Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive into the cards that might be banned, might be unbanned in the Commander format this upcoming Monday. 2 days ago, the leadership of Wizards confirmed that there would be some changes to the Commander format during their MTG podcast or whatever that they do. And so we know that it's not just going to be a dud announcement. We know there's going to be something going on. And let's take a look at how the market is responding. So first off, what I've seen as the most two highly talked about potential bans are Rhystic Study and Thassa's Oracle. And so there might be a prediction that's like the price will go down because people will sell off their copies because of the chance of getting banned, which I think is a reasonable hypothesis. And so we check this out here. And for Rhystic Study, we do not really see that. It looks like demand is steady. By the way, I'm looking at the cheapest version of the cards. For Rhystic Study, it's the Prophecy copy. And we don't really see the price drop. Nope. Demand is steady. It's possible the price would be going up more. Like when we look at the 3-month chart, the price has been pretty steady for the past month. Perhaps it would have gone up more if there wasn't this ban announcement coming. But regardless, Rhystic Study is untouched. People are not selling their Rhystic Studies because they're worried about a ban, which is interesting. Thassa's Oracle, same thing. It's flat. It's flat right now. Maybe it would be going up if it wasn't for this ban announcement, but it's certainly not going down. People are not selling off their copies of Thassa's Oracle because they're scared of a ban, which kind of makes sense. I mean, these are highly played cards for a format, Commander, specifically CEDH. Oh, it's such a highly played card in CEDH, but regardless, very interesting. So let's take a look at 3 cards I picked out as possible for unbans. Let's take a look at what the market thinks. Dockside Extortionist. This is really interesting. So somebody did buy quite a few copies, 29 copies yesterday, and then 10 have already sold today, but it's still hanging out around the $10, $11 mark. I think I'm going to buy a copy immediately after this because the fact that they printed it in a set makes me think that this card is going to get unbanned. They already had this, they announced this unban announcement a long time ago. It was early last year when they said that we'll revisit the ban list. It was when they made their previous ban announcement, which was before June. Because I remember playing Gifts Ungiven with my friends in a Commander game in June. And so it was before that of 2025 that they announced, hey, we're going to do this ban unban announcement early in 2026. And so that was a long time ago. I don't know if that's enough time for them to slate in. Well, I guess I should say they were planning this. And so it makes sense for them to print a card and knowing that it's going to get unbanned. Yep. Add to cart. All right. So that's Dockside Extortionist. Now, the real interesting one is Jeweled Lotus. I shared on my daily video 4 days ago. I shared this card in the cheapest listing you could buy for $40. Now, check it out. The cheapest listing is basically $80. This is bonkers. The price is shot up. Let's see. Yep. On the 4th, 10 sold. On the 3rd, 5 sold. So it's not like a ton are selling. In fact, so a couple sold yesterday for the $70 to $73 price tag. But yeah, none have sold for the $80. Oh, excuse me. But just bonkers. It's bonkers to see this price movement. People are anticipating that this will be unbanned. The market, the sellers are acting like this will be unbanned. And there's some buyers that are at least buying in, suggesting that this will be unbanned. I wonder what eBay is like, actually. It's always an interesting, is comparing the difference between eBay and TCG Player. There sometimes is arbitrage, not big enough to actually sometimes it's big enough to make money off of, but I haven't done that. I'm not a pro at that. Jewel Lotus on. Oh my gosh. The cards from Commander Legends, the foiling is some of the worst ever. If you're able to see this first foil Jewel Lotus extended art, you can just see its curl. It's Pringle style curl. Brutal. Let's see, are there any? Yeah, there's like Jewel Lotuses being bid on. Yeah, but there's no buy it now. So I bet you that it got bought out at the like 40 whatever dollar price. I guess we could look at sales. Sold items of Jewel Lotus. No, 70 bucks, 60 bucks, 65 bucks. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been very happy to buy this card at 70 bucks. So then I guess, yeah, as recently as yesterday, people were buying Jewel Lotus for like 30, 40 bucks. So it's tumultuous. It's tumultuous. The market senses something. They think that this is happening. And so that's quite interesting. Nick, are you going to sell some of your Jewel Lotuses into the hype? And to answer that, I would say yes. Actually, I'm going to probably post, like right after this video, 5 of my Jewel Lotuses for this price, just like a little bit of a hedge. But I do think it's going to get unbanned, but I know it's smart to like hedge your bets, so that's something I'm going to do. Mana Crypt is an interesting one. I don't think Mana Crypt's going to be unbanned, and neither do most people, except for this guy, whoever bought 8 of them yesterday for around this price. So the price hasn't changed. It's not fluctuating. It's around $40. But there's somebody out there buying these Mana Crypts thinking like, okay, yeah, this is the time to get in. This is going to be the great Mana Crypt unbanning. If I had to rank these, I really do think Jewel Lotus is the most likely to get unbanned. It's the card I'm the most interested and excited about. It's also the card that they said previously that's like the least likely or most likely to get unbanned. So if they were thinking about unbanning it early last year and they have an unban announcement early this year, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. So that's the bulk. That's what I've got for you today. As an aside, how wild is it that Star Wars Unlimited is one of the trading card games that's at the top of the TCG player screen? I mean, actually, I guess kind of all these are wild. You're not able to see. So there's Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Yep, that all makes sense. Then Disney Lorcana, that's fine. One Piece, of course. Digimon, what? Star Wars Unlimited, what? Flesh and Blood. Which, in my mind, Flesh and Blood makes more sense than the other ones. I don't actually know much about Flesh and Blood, but just the fact it's been around. And then more products, and that includes everything else. The Gundam card game. Anyways, I'm getting off. Okay, if you like this content, if you like me, yay, thank you. And what you should do is subscribe, because once I get 150 subscribers, I am going to start live streaming weekly. And that would be a lot of fun. So please subscribe if you like this content, and I will see you later.